What's up, y'all? This is your boy Jackson. Welcome back to the Drop That Podcast. It's fight week, okay? But this one is special. What we're talking about, we're talking boxing, okay? We got boxing going on. And I know you guys think we're going to talk about the Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia fight that's going to be for the WBC Super Welterweight Championship. No, we got time to get to that because that fight is on April 20th, okay? You know what that means. April 20th, Weed Day. You know what I'm saying? At the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Okay? We'll talk about that one as soon as we get closer to it. I'm not talking about that fight. I'm talking about Anthony Joshua, the former unified heavyweight champion of the world, gold medalist, okay? Fighting the former undisputed UFC heavyweight champion, Francis Ngannou. Okay? Now let's get it one by one. Okay? Anthony Joshua. Phenomenal fights, okay? He's got 2 losses against Alexander Usyk, right? Who's the unified world champion that's going to fight Tyson Fury in May. He's got a win and a loss against what the guy homeboy's name? Forgot his fucking name that he fought. Because he's been off of the map, but we're not gonna give it to that. It's been rumors that Anthony Joshua was gonna fight Deontay Wilder. It's a fucking fantasy land, okay? Because they both fought a Day of Reckoning this past December, and they both signed their fights. They both signed to fight each other before their fights. That was weird. They were both fighting on the same card, and before they even walked out to the ring, they signed on to fight each other. I'm talking Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder to fight March 8th, which is this Friday. And Joshua won by TKO, and Deontay Wilder lost by unanimous decision. But they got a signed fight. So, is anybody interested in that fight? Nah, nobody is. So, who stepped up to the plate? Because the promoter of Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Promotions, stepped up and said, yo, we got to get him a fight. He wants to fight. We got to get him a fight. We want to take that March 8th card over there in Saudi Arabia. Who do we got on the table? How about the guy who basically did a perfect showing against the WBC heavyweight champion this past October, Francis Ngannou, in his debut, knocking the current heavyweight champion on his ass. Okay? Something they didn't even do. Now, if you go back in our episodes, I picked Francis Ngannou to win. Day before the fight, I think. Maybe it was 2 days. But I picked him to win. And he did fucking win. Who gives a flying fuck what those judges were looking at? They were just trying to make sure that the heavyweight champion got his win, because technically that fight was never for the title. So if Francis would have beat Tyson Fury, we got a big lawsuit, because the WBC didn't even give that the green light to defend that title. They gave special privilege to Tyson Fury to fight without the title being on the line. So now, here we go. Fast forward. Francis stepped up to the plate. So we got Anthony Joshua, former unified heavyweight champion, facing the guy who was 1-0, but a former UFC heavyweight champion in MMA, who just did a perfect showing against Tyson Fury. Francis Ngannou stepping up to the plate. Now, I have these conversations with a lot of people, and they all want to know, like, who you going for? Because, you know, we do little friendly bets sometimes. So it's kind of hard, because I picked Francis Ngannou, the guy who's in fighting shape, to beat Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury didn't take him seriously, and there's no tape to watch to prepare for Francis Ngannou. What are you gonna watch? UFC? You gonna watch UFC? Where there's wrestling, there's knees, there's elbows, all of that shit. Okay. You can't really see his movement because he ain't got no boxing footage. Now, Anthony Joshua has 10 rounds of boxing footage when it comes down to Francis Ngannou. Or is it 8 rounds? It might be 8 rounds. I think I wanted it to be 10 rounds. It should have been 10 rounds. I think it was 8. But this is all he got. He's got 8 rounds of footage on Francis Ngannou to prepare for this fight. Francis Ngannou, he's got the whole career of Anthony Joshua to see exactly what we gotta go. But in his case, he should just be looking at the last 2 showings of Anthony Joshua. You know what I mean? Now, here's the shit. Anthony Joshua was born doing this, okay? He's been at the mountaintop. Everybody, when he was heavyweight champion, everybody wanted to fight him. Everyone, including Tyson Fury. But no one's talking about it because he lost his titles to Usyk, okay? But he was on the top of the mountain. He's been doing this way longer than Francis as far as boxing goes. Francis, it's interesting. You know what I mean? His movement, this is the perfect fight. This is the perfect fight for Francis because you both are fighting shape. You both fucking chiseled specimens fucking like coming after each other like giants. But there's only one fighter in this fight that has a fucking granted chin, and that's Francis Ngannou. He's taking all the punches from everybody, including Tyson Fury, including fighters from the UFC like a Stipe Miocic, who else? Rosenstruck. Who else? Curtis Blades. Curtis Blades. Who else? A fucking Alistair Overeem. You name it. Francis, he's got them all. You know what I mean? Cain Velasquez. Everyone has tried to fucking punch Francis Ngannou. And if they landed, shit. Stipe Miocic has knocked motherfuckers out in the past. He's a former heavyweight champion. He hit Francis with all the big shots. Doesn't even rock Francis. And that's 4-ounce gloves. So imagine 8 to 10-ounce gloves. Joshua will have to catch him on the right point, at the right button, to knock him on his ass. But Anthony Joshua has had his share of seeing that canvas. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go back to that, his fights against Vladimir Klitschko, yeah, that was a big win. But if you look at the footage, Joshua was on his ass. Joshua, I don't know, he may have a glass jaw. Because with the right fucking hand, and that's the thing, Francis has knocked motherfuckers out with the right and the left. You're not safe in any way. So if he connects with Anthony Joshua, there's a slight chance you're going to see Francis Ngannou's hand raised, and as the #1 contender to the undisputed heavyweight championship, taking on the winner of Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. So, right game plan for both. If Anthony Joshua is gonna go toe-to-toe and try to trade shots with the Predator, Francis Ngannou, you guys might be going home really early that night. So, I'm personally going for, who you got? I got Francis Ngannou winning by TKO. But I could be wrong. It could be a fucking knockout. Because a TKO, the referee's got to stop that fucking fight. But that's bop, 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 bop. A lot of fucking punches aiming at you. I don't think Francis needs that many punches. I think with the right shot, Joshua goes to sleep. But if he doesn't, it'll be probably just a decision for Anthony Joshua, because I don't see him winning by any kind of technical knockout. But make sure you guys tune in this Friday, March 8th. Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou. You guys got a subscription to DAZN. Sorry if you do, but that's where you'll find it. Others that are looking to watch that fight, you guys know where to go. You know what I'm saying? They saying they might be on ESPN Plus, but I doubt it because DAZN got the fucking contract to this. But make sure y'all do it. Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou going live in Saudi Arabia this Friday, March 8th. Make sure y'all tune in, all right? I got Francis Ngannou by fucking TKO, and it's going down. Fuck it. Fuck TKO. I'm going for him for knockout. I'm your boy Jax. This is the Drop That Podcast. You can find us on youtube.com/drop that podcast. Hit the subscribe button. Come on, like the page and do your thing. Subscribe to the channel. Fucking have a little conversation. I turned off all the fucking comments. My bad. I turned them on so y'all can talk all that shit all y'all want and debate me and do what you want. Okay? You can also find me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at x.com/@dropthatpod_13. I'm your boy Jax. You guys have a good one, all right? Peace.